today we got a sneak peek of the new units, Velric and Remuell. I don't know how to... Remuell? Maybe? Anyways, let's take a look at the brief information that Gumi has given us regarding these units. So right off the bat here, Velric is a cost 90 UR that has Nightblade as his main job. Well, Remuell is a main job Time Mage, which I'm pretty excited for because I don't think we've had a UR Time Mage as their main job. And the most important thing here is the Remuell, you will get her for free by clearing her event quest, which is always great. It's a new trend that Gumi has been doing, and I really appreciate that they're doing this. Alright, and let's look at the details. After April 14th, these units will become available. Now, for JP, I don't think Global has this anymore, but if you obtain Velric, you'll have access to his limited hard quest. That gives him, I think, 5 shards a day. We used to have that, but I don't think Global has that anymore. Let's see, next. Shin unit Velric Remuell no kakutoku JP ni... Okay, so as always, they'll have their JP acquisition doubled. And then after the maintenance, April 14th, there will be Velric and Remuell shards added to the Chocobo expeditions. And they will also have their own respective normal hard quest. Alright, so let's look at the unit shokai. This is like the little intro. So, Velric is Shinnen no Kenko, so devoted swordsmith, Velric. His main job is Nightblade. He has Pugilist as his sub-job, and Soldier as his other sub-job. So 3 standard jobs that we've seen before. It seems like he's mostly a mixed DPS slasher unit that has alternative attack types in his pugilist. So it really reminds you of Auron, right? You know, these 2 sub-jobs are the exact same. Yeah, he will be kind of interesting to look at how he would be different than Auron. It might just be like a non-limited version of him, but we'll see. So limited burst, Soken Zoha, building a sword and then breaking it. Sorry, I'm not sure how what this entirely means in English. Doesn't really make much sense in Japanese either, but anyways. So it is a slash attack type, LB. 自身の防御貫通率アップ後対象にダメージ大円確率で3ターン移動以外の行動ができなくなる鈍悪効果. Wow, okay. So it's a range 3, range height 1 ability. It's only single target, so that might be a bit limiting, but what it does is it first increases Velric's defense penetration rate, and then deals large damage, and has a chance. So since this is an LB, I'm going to assume it's a 66% chance of applying Disable. So if you have any experience using Erushideru, this second ability will be very familiar. It's Drain Rush. It is a range 2, range height 1, single target attack that does 3 hits and deal medium damage and will heal you for a portion of the damage dealt. So going on to the mastery ability, it's very standard. Gives it's the Ice Party Elemental Mastery that gives Ice units plus 10% health and Ice units plus 15 attack. And it also gives Velric defense penetration plus 25, so he will always be negating 25% of the opponent's defense, which is pretty cool. Overall, seems like a very generic Ice Slasher again. I'm really interested in why they decided to put Auron's sub-jobs exactly onto this person. Yeah, I'm a bit confused regarding Velric. Since he is 90 cost, I expect good things. I expect like strong stats and maybe a very nice EX board. But yeah, you know, considering that Final Fantasy VII is coming soon, I'm anticipating that a lot of JP players might skip this unit. Alright, moving on to Remuell. So she is a Time Mage main job, and she has I think it's Scholar as her sub job. So we don't have this job in global yet, but a Earth Mage named Remuell has this as her main job. It's a really nice job, so makes me even more excited. And she also has White Mage as her sub job. So it might be a little similar to Ayaka, but with a bit more offensive capabilities. She looks really great, I think. Her title, she's a dark unit. Her title is Ichizunaru Suiko-sha, which means one-wayed actor, like somebody who initiates an action. So like performer, one-wayed performer might be a good translation for this. She seems really cool, almost like she's from the ninja villages, but maybe not. That weapon is a staff, but it's also a sword. It has blades. Kind of cool. Anyways. Oh. Right. Okay. So unfortunately, Remuell does not have a LB because she is a free UR. Gumi seems to be going with this trend of giving no LBs to URs that they distribute for free, which is kind of unfortunate because I feel, to me, like a UR is defined by their LB. It kind of like is what makes them special. So I'm a little disappointed at that, but I guess I can't really complain if she is a free unit. Anyways, her highlighted ability here is Stop, which doesn't make me too excited. What Stop does is it has a chance of basically negating all CT growth for units for the third of a for 1/3 of the rest of the match on that unit. It's got range 3 and range height 1, so even then, still kind of limited in terms of how far she can cast that away from. I am really hoping that she gets a strong EX, because as of now, I'm not too impressed, unfortunately. However, keep in mind that she is free, and you can still MLB her, I believe, just from doing her quests. So yeah, her mastery ability is the standard dark party elemental buff. It gives dark units plus 10 health and dark attack type up plus 15. It also gives her area of effect resistances by plus 10. So that's always nice. So that being said, again, you can obtain her from doing her quest, her acquisition quest, and details will be released later, once they're actually out in the game. And you can EX both Velric and Remuell, and Remuell does not have a limit burst. So one notice here that it says 味方に効果のあるマスタリーアビリティについて同一ユニットの効果は重複しません. So for units that are affected by mastery abilities, they can only be affected by one unit, like one unit's mastery buff. So basically, it's saying that if you have Remuell in your party, and you bring a friend's Remuell, their mastery abilities will not stack with each other. Keep in mind that this does not mean that a different unit that gives the same dark attack, dark elemental buff, will that would still stack. So if you had Dwayne and Remuell, then you will get this this stacked bonuses of these mastery abilities. And so Global doesn't have this anymore, but keep in mind Global version is a lot more generous in terms of handing out shards. But in JP, if you obtain Velric, then you have access to his hard quest that gives 50 of his shards. And Remuell and Velric will have doubled the JP acquisition rate during this week. And their shards will also be available in the Chocobo expeditions. Velric's will be available in the Ice expedition, and Remuell's will be available in the Dark expedition. And you will also be able to get 2 shards per day if you do their hard quest. So that about sums up these unit previews. I don't know, with Final Fantasy VII collab coming right out, I feel like only the diehard players will really work on these units. I'm having trouble kind of conceptualizing, or I guess imagining them being like super standout units in top level GB. Velric might just replace Auron since he is a cost 90 unit, which generally tend to be stronger, especially with and that he has EX. So maybe he might see a place, especially in ice parties, which seem to be actually rising a bit in popularity. But yeah, with Remuell, we haven't really seen Camilo or Muraga really be super strong in GB. I think like they're very niche. I don't see Camilo anymore actually at all in top GB. I see Muraga like occasionally, but that might just be flavor of the week because he is a new unit. Corwell. So Corwell is a wind archer, and I don't think I really see much of him either. So this is strictly speaking also in terms of GB. They might have their other strong uses in other aspects of the game. But it seems to be that these free URs are a little bit stat checked by regular 90 cost and 100 cost URs, so it makes it a little bit hard for them. But we'll see, because the Muta is like the first utility focused unit that was given out for free, so she might have really strong usage just there. Anyways, that about does it for this unit preview. I hope you enjoyed it, and please let me know your thoughts regarding these units in the comment section below. Thank you very much, and good luck on the battlefields of Ardra.